and blank both mean nothing, but how are they different? Let's find out. Empty means a container has nothing inside. For example, the fridge is empty, time to go shopping. Blank means a surface has no marks or writing. For example, please write your name on this blank form. Quick tip, empty equal to no contents, but blank equal to no markings. Now you'll never mix them up again. Your English skills are no longer blank. And also, follow for more. And, at the end, in the end. All about endings, but used differently. End is the final point of something. For example, the end of the movie was surprising. At the end refers to a specific location or time. For example, meet me at the end of the hallway. In the end means finally or after everything. For example, in the end, we decided to cancel the trip. The quick tip, end equal to finish, at the end equal to location, in the end equal to conclusion. Now you've reached the end of the confusion. Great job, and also follow for more. Envy and jealousy, both about wanting, but not the same. Envy is wanting what someone else has. For example, I envy her designer handbag. Jealousy is fear of losing what you have. For example, his jealousy ruined their relationship. Envy equal to desire for other stuff. Jealousy equal to fear of losing yours. Now you'll see these words clearly, no more green-eyed confusion, also follow for more. Ever and always, both about time, but used very differently. Let's break it down. Use ever for at any time in questions or negatives. For example, have you been to Paris? Or, I haven't ever tried sushi. Use always for every time or consistently. For example, she always drinks coffee in the morning, or the computer always crashes. Now you'll always remember and never ever mix them up again. Also, follow for more. Follow for more. Evidence and proof both support facts, but which is stronger? Evidence equals to clues that suggest something. For example, the fingerprints are evidence he was here. Proof equals a 100% confirmation. For example, the video of proof of the crime. Now you've got proof that you've mastered these words, and also follow for more. Evil and bad, both negative, but one is much stronger. Evil equals to morally wicked or extreme. For example, the villain's plan was pure evil. Bad equals a general term for not good. For example, the weather was bad today. Now you know safe, evil, for the truly wicked, and also follow for more. Do you know the difference between fair and fairly? Most people don't, but you will in 30 seconds. Let's break it down. Use fair when describing things, like rules, skin, or hair. It means just or light colored. Use fairly when describing actions, or how something is. It means justly or quite. So which is correct? The teacher graded the exams fair? No. The teacher graded the exams fairly. Now you'll never mix them up again. Also, follow for more. False and wrong both mean incorrect, but how? False equal to unintentionally untrue. For example, the statement was false. While wrong equal to incorrect, which can be accidental. For example, your answer was wrong. Now you'll never give the wrong answer about these again, and also follow for more. These distant words trip up even natives. Let's go to distance in 60 seconds. Use farther for measurable physical distance. If you can see it, measure it, or run it, go farther. Hack, farther has far in it. Think far, like physical distance. Use further for abstract ideas, which can be time, degree, or metaphorical distance. Test trick, can you replace it with more or additional? If yes, further. Let's walk farther into the table. Nope. Let's walk further into the debate. Yes. The airport is further down the road. Wrong. The airport is farther down the road, which is correct. Now you're farther ahead in grammar and further along in English mastery, and also follow for more. You think potatoes are just food? Nah, they're a whole lifestyle. Here are some phrases people actually use about potatoes. Couch potato means someone who just sits around all day doing nothing. For example, after exams, I turned into a couch potato. Small potatoes mean something unimportant, like that fine was small potatoes compared to what I've spent on snacks. Hot potato, a tricky situation no one wants to deal with. For example, that group project Totally hot potato, everyone's avoiding it. Meat and potatoes, the basics or the main part of something. Like, let's skip the drama and go to the meat and potatoes of this lesson. See, potatoes aren't just food, they're grammar, they're idioms, they're life. And also follow for more. House, home, residence. What's the difference? They all sound like places you live in, but each one means something slightly different. Let's break it down in 60 seconds. A house is a physical structure. For example, that's a big house. It's bricks, walls, roof, the building itself. Home is an emotional place where you feel you belong. For example, this apartment is my home. It can be a house, flat, hut, doesn't matter, it's about connection. Residence is the formal word. For example, my official residence is in Dhaka. Used legal stuff, documents, and fancy talk. So, house equal to building, home equal to feeling, residence equal to official. They all mean where you live, just depends on how you say it. And also follow for more.